devotion, a young girl fights a solitary battle, armed only with the truth. Her musical is Les Miserables. Soldier's valor, unswerving and resolute. And like the students up on the barricades, she can never win and will never surrender. Les Miserables is her musical. Les Miserables, the world's most popular musical, at the Imperial Theater. Call Telecharge 212-239-6200 for tickets.
Les Miserables celebrating its 10th anniversary year on Broadway. For tickets, call Telecharge 212-239-6200. All right, let's get back to the phones with Mary Michele. We do have one open line at 241-1310. Anne is on the line. Date of birth, April 30th, 1953. You're on with Mary Michele.
Hi, Mary.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm a little nervous.
Are you? Oh, well, that's okay. I understand. I get a little nervous, too. Did you have a particular question?
Yeah, like I've been into the, the cards and astrology and things like that. And my particular question is I'm involved in a relationship for the past 4 years with a Scorpion. And it's been kind of rocky and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm wondering if you see any light at the end of this horrible tunnel.
Okay. The sun in Taurus and the moon in Scorpio. Let's see. Actually, excuse me, you have the moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so you were born just after the full moon.
Right.
And you have Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aries, Mars in Taurus. So you have a Sun-Mars conjunction, Jupiter, Sun-Mars, Jupiter. It certainly is a good time for finances for you. Is this true?
It's starting to pick up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it should be through the end of the year, through December.
Oh, good.
In terms of this Scorpio person, it's very important in life to eventually realize the opposite of your sun sign. And the opposite of Taurus, of course, is Scorpio.
Scorpio, right.
So, this person in many ways is really giving you the ability to understand yourself better.
Exactly.
The Delphic Oracle, what's written on it is know thyself.
Right.
And whenever you bring in that opposition, that Scorpio energy, it helps you to get clearer. Was there something in particular that happened in Thanksgiving with this fellow, last Thanksgiving?
Well, around the holidays we have around the holidays we usually have the problems.
Well, I know holidays are tough, but in particular, if you can remember what went on, because there was a big shift in energy. This guy had more energy than he's had for the last 10 years around Thanksgiving. Things shifted for him. It was a better time.
It was a better time.
And it was a better time for you, too, in terms of relationships in general.
Yeah.
It might have gotten a little easier. Now, what happens is we tend to remember the bad.
Yeah, of course.
Even when things get better.
Right.
So I think that you have to, reinforce the good.
Uh-huh.
If he's still in your life after last Thanksgiving, I think he's meant to be there for a while.
Really?
So I would give it a little more.
Stick it out.
A little more energy.
Okay, now can I ask you another question?
Quickly.
Okay, I have 2 children, a boy and a girl. Excellent. I couldn't ask for better kids. I just hope they're going in the right direction. He's a Taurus and she's a Libra.
It's a little harder for her right now.
Yeah, extremely.
Yeah.
She's having a very difficult time because she doesn't understand, like, people leave, like her father's not in her life, or her friends are going away to college, and she's having a hard transaction.
I think you have to support her in the area of structure and discipline.
Right.
If she has not had as much as she should have or could have in the past, you have to help her with that. And I know that's always the toughest thing to do. If you want to call back, not next week because I'm going to be away, but the following week, we can talk about both of them.
Oh, great.
Okay?
Oh, you're a doll.
Thanks for calling.
Have a nice day.
Thank you for calling. Good luck with that. Let us get to Donna. Donna is on line 2 from Mayapack. Date of birth, September 16, 63. Am I correct, Donna?
Yes, you are.
Okay, you're on with Mary Michele.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. I have 2 questions.
Okay.
The first one pertains to me. I'm a stay-home mom with 2 young children, and in the future, a couple of years hopefully, I'm going to return back to work. And I'm looking in the field of Board of Education. This way I would possibly have off the summers with my children and possibly the same scheduling. Do you see me in that field at all?
You've got a lot of Virgo energy.
Oh, good.
And Virgo, of course, is a teacher. I mean, it's about being a teacher. Mm-hmm. It's about loving to study yourself. And I believe that teachers get from their students as much as they give to them. You know, it's a back and forth kind of thing.
Right.
So you were born with the sun in Virgo, the moon in Virgo. Mercury, the last... You know, it could very well be in the sign of Virgo. Venus in Virgo, Uranus in Virgo, Pluto in Virgo. I mean, it's a lot.
Right.
A lot. I think definitely anything to do with school, dealing with analysis, dealing with computers. If you were going to teach perhaps through a computer kind of thing, would be good. You would be good at it.
Okay.
I think it's important, you know, to also have live classroom kind of situations where you're dealing with actual people. But you could put information into the computer that people could learn from. Virgo's very good with systems and details and analysis. I think it's a great idea.
Okay, great.
Okay.
My next question pertains to, well, I guess myself also, but it's mainly my husband. Last year, he lost a very good job. And he started in October in a new job, but he's not too crazy about it. Do you see anything? Is he going to grow to like it, or is there going to be any career moves for him?
What's his birthday?
10/21/57.
10/21/57. Okay. 10/21/57. He's also born at the new moon. Boy, you guys are both focused. You both know what you want in life. It's going to be a little more difficult for him over the next year or so. Mm-hmm. So he's just got to hang in there, and he's got to understand that it's going to be more about other people demanding what they want, and he has to learn how to assert himself, but at the same time realize that right now is perhaps not the best time to do that.
Right. And we have a legal suit against his last job, along with the rest of the union. Do you see anything with that happening? It's a very sticky situation.
I think it's going to drag on.
Yeah.
I think there are going to be, you know, ongoing issues with it, and he will learn a lot from it, but just help him to not get too frustrated. And I think you can do that. You're a good support system.
Right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Just remember what Oscar Hammerstein said in The King and I, if you become a teacher by your students, you'll be taught. Something like that.
Hey, I like that, Mike.
Yes, I know. I could sing it for you, but my present to you is not. It's time now for this break. We're going to be back with Mary Michele. We're going to be talking to Bridget and Jacqueline. We do have an open line at 241-1310. Back in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Damian Moss from VIP Sports Talk. Every Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, I'll be here live talking sports on VIP TV 12 and Radio 1310 AM. It's VIP Sports Talk, your chance to get on the air, talk sports with me. We'll talk about Yanks, Mets, Knicks, Jets, Giants, boxing, Rangers. It's Sports Talk, and it's about me and you right here on VIP TV 12 and Radio 1310 AM. We'll see you here.
All right, let's get back to the phones. We have one open line for Mary Michele at 241-1310. Bridget is calling from Somers. She is watching with one eye and then listening with her ears. Date of birth, May 24, 67. Good morning, Bridget. You're on with Mary Michele.
Thank you. Good morning, Mary Michele.
Good morning, Bridget.
I have a question, actually, that concerns my brother. His birthday is August 11th, 1960. And I see a lot of turmoil in his life, and I'm just pretty concerned about him. I was wondering if you see anything there.
Okay, I have to deal with you first, okay?
Okay.
Because it's kind of interesting. There have been so many callers today that were born at the full moon, and you were one of them. And we had the full moon last night. So, you know, you tend to, with all of this Gemini, Sun and Gemini, Moon and Sagittarius, there's a lot of duality in your life, you know, a lot of extremes, a lot of back and forth. And, of course, Gemini is the sign that is very concerned with brothers and sisters, siblings. It's about, you know, working very closely with them. It's ruled by the planet Mercury. So you're able to handle, or you're very interested in handling your own life and other people's lives, and you can do it. It's not meddlesome or anything. It's just you're able to handle all these different kinds of communication. Okay, 1960. Okay, so he's a Leo. Let's see. August 11th. Okay, and he's got the moon in Aries. This is very nice, you know. But he's having trouble with the women in his life. Is he having trouble with you?
No, he's not having trouble with me. He is in a divorce situation, and he has 2 children, and that's kind of been, tumultuous lately.
He's going to have to restructure the way he sees women in his life, and this is going to be over a while, maybe the next 2 years.
Okay.
So I think if you can help him with that, but you have to be careful because you are a woman, and you might start to rub him a little bit the wrong way.
Right.
So I would encourage, I would talk to perhaps his male friends, try to encourage his male friends to give him support, and to understand that the nature of the way that he is working with women is something that he just has to work a little bit harder on than he has.
Okay.
It's not bad, it's just restructuring and discipline. He needs more discipline with women.
Okay, and my question for myself was that I recently got out of a relationship that was a good relationship, and I notice now that I'm really shying away from relationships, and I'm just wondering if that's healthy for me right now, or if that's just a fear that I'm having.
Well, again, with this full moon thing, there's the polarity always. I mean, you're going back and forth within your emotional life, and the moon in Sagittarius, you tend to want to be inspired by people, and perhaps, the men that are coming into your life are not inspiring you as much. I think you ought to turn to some women for inspiration and do things like travel or higher learning, education, that kind of thing. If you could call back, I have to get on to the next.
Okay.
Okay.
Great,
Okay, thank you for
very
calling.
much.
By the way, thank you for watching and listening at the same time.
Really?
67 degrees outside. Let's get to Jacqueline. Jacqueline is calling from Yorktown, watching on cable channel 12. Her date of birth is September 10th, 1933. 9/10/33. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning, Mary Michele.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty well, thank you.
Good. Did you have a particular question?
Yes, I'd like to ask you, please, about 2 of my sons. One's a Pisces and one's a Capricorn.
Okay. Let me just say, for you, you have an awful lot of Virgo energy, like the other person that called that wanted to be a teacher. Are you a teacher?
No, I'm a therapist.
You're a what?
Psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist. Okay, well, that's a form of teaching in a way, helping people to learn about themselves and realize themselves. It's a good year for you, certainly in terms of if you are trying to reach out and help other people, you're able to express yourself quite well this year, better, than other years.
Okay.
Okay, now you're asking about your son.
Right.
Okay, your son was born when?
My Pisces son is 3/9/54.
3/9/54. Okay, 3/9/54. Okay, this is funny. He has the moon in Gemini, which is where the moon is for you as well. It's not the easiest place for the moon. He is probably experiencing, difficulty with you right now. But it really has been worse. It was worse before. It got better in April. There's been a shift for him. But, as I keep saying, I think that people tend to remember the bad. So he's gone through the worst of it, all this Piscean energy that he's got. He's got the Sun in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, Venus in Pisces. It's a lot of, and Pisces, of course, is the complete antithesis to the sign of Virgo. Virgo's very analytical and direct in details, and Pisces is kind of all over, and it's kind of all-encompassing. I always think of Shakespeare, The Tempest, when I think of Pisces.
Okay.
And he's a dreamer, he's a dreamer.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So the dreaming part of him, had been undergoing siege, but it changed in April. So he needs to just allow himself to believe that he can go back to being the dreamer. I I could say more, but I'm kind of running out of time.
Okay.
Could you call back perhaps in 2 weeks?
Yeah, could I ask you about my Capricorn sun? Do you have time?
Okay, quick. Tell me.
12/31/55.
12/31.
Probably ruin your New Year's Eve, or was it a good one?
Well, a little bit of both.
All right, 12/31. Okay, you know, he's under quite an auspicious thing this year. You know, he's got his will is being supported by the planet Jupiter. So if he wants to be inspiring or teach or travel or do anything like that, he's in a good place for that.
Okay.
It's much easier for him.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for calling, Jacqueline. All right, we're going to be back with Mary and with Kathy just a couple of seconds away here at WVIP, and back with Mary Michele in 37 seconds.
Here's a great way to add value and beauty to your home. Call the Doormaster. We specialize in all phases of door and trim carpentry. For complete restoration and replacement and a fine selection of French, patio, and stained glass doors, it's the Doormaster. Call now for a free consultation with mention of WVIP. If it's interior or exterior, you'll find skilled craftsmanship, reasonable rates, and courteous insured service. The Doormaster. Call us at 243-2389. 243-2389.
All right, let's get back to the phones now with Mary Michele. Mary is calling from Bedford, watching on cable channel 12. Her date of birth is July 26, 1909. She's calling for her daughter. Date of birth, September 20th, 32. Mary, you're on with Mary.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you have a particular question?
Yes, my daughter recently was out of work because her boss retired, and she was looking to do some work at home, and she was thinking the line of typing and that kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
What are her chances of having any success?
You think are tough? You think it's going to be tough for her?
Well, she just started, so she don't know.
Okay, well, she was born with the sun in Virgo, as you know, and the moon in Gemini. This is a hard angle. I think that probably things are a little bit better than she might tell you. You know, there are difficulties here with the mother. There's a hard angle here. There's a little bit of a struggle that goes on between the two of you. Now, this one got much better around Thanksgiving last year. But I think that with all these planets in Virgo, she has the Sun and Mercury, which is exalted, Neptune, Jupiter in Virgo. She should be doing well. She should be able to, find work for herself, and she's good at details. She's good at discipline. She should be able to right now. It's not a bad time for her. Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, Kathy is on line 1. Kathy, are you there?
Yes.
Watching on cable channel 12 in Somers,
Yes.
August 13th, 1933. You're on with Mary Michele.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. I've retired this year, and so my question is mainly a health question, because I've had a health problem about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And we plan on, maybe doing some traveling, so I was just wondering
Okay.
how my health will be.
All right. The Sun in Leo, the Moon in Gemini, Mercury in Leo, Venus in Virgo. Certainly in terms of having the wherewithal to travel, or the need to travel, or the desire to travel, and the love of travel it's very enhanced this year. What exactly is the physical issue?
Well, I'm feeling good now, but I've had major surgery.
Was it in the stomach area?
No, I had a mastectomy, actually, and I was on chemo for last year. But I feel fine right now, but there's always the worry, will it come back?
Right. I think it is a good time for you to travel. I don't think that your health looks pretty good. Jupiter is giving you a lot of strength right now. You don't have there are no indications that you shouldn't be able to move on or take a trip or go somewhere.
Right.
And I would do it soon. I'd do it in August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get to our last caller, who is Ida. Date of birth, June 21st, 1945, 6/21/45. A belated week and couple of days late. Happy birthday, Ida.
Thank you.
Hi, Ida.
Hi.
Did you have a particular question?
No, just general.
Okay. 6/21. Okay. You were born the last day of Gemini with the moon in Scorpio. So again, the women, there was a shift in the women, how you deal with women and so on. It got better in the fall. And your own ability to recognize the feminine within yourself. There was a little less pressure. You'd probably been trying to analyze things a lot about why you did certain things, and then now you're able to let it go a bit more and move on.
Right.
Mercury in Cancer, Venus in Taurus. Are you involved with someone?
No.
No? Well, you have a auspicious thing this year in terms of, being able to develop a relationship, if that's something that's of interest to you. To do that, of course, one has to get out and make things happen. Do you work?
Not right now, no.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it's an auspicious time for that. It's a good time. You have Venus and Mars both in the sign of Taurus. So your ability to generate money which is Venus, is just very enhanced by the planet Jupiter. And the planet Jupiter in your chart is in the sign of Virgo, which also is getting a good transit. So you're able to expand in ways that you haven't been able to do for some time. So I think you should definitely get out and spend more time in the outside world.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you for calling. Mary Michele, we have about 30 seconds left. You're not going to be here next week, so we want to know, what are the next 2 weeks going to be like?
Well, as I said last week, the month of July is really, if you think about it, America was born during the 4th of July, and I want to wish you all a happy 4th. And I think that it's about, what we do as a country is we tend to want to feed people and nurture people and take care of people. So that's what we want to do at home, and make sure that we start with ourselves, taking good care, nurturing ourselves and our family, so we can go out and do that for others.
We're going to
Thanks so
miss
much.
you next week.
Me too, Mike.
I can imagine. You're probably going away some exotic place, and we'll be working. Mary Michele taking your calls back in 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thanks so much for joining with us. Mike Sarnoff here, Mary Michele back in 2 weeks, taking your calls on astrology, 241-1310. Number to call 2 weeks from today. Have a great one. Stay tuned now for ABC News at the top of the hour. For 2 whole weeks, I've been sitting here wondering, is it safe to go outside?
Oh, my God. Well, you got here safely, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Every single day. Want to welcome you back, Mary Michele. You feeling better now?
I am. Thank you very much.
I'm so
Mike.
pleased to hear that. We were a little concerned.
Well, thank you. I'm feeling much better, and it's good to see you.
It's always good to see you. Mary Michele is here taking your calls on astrology, 241-1310. Shall we get directly to the phones?
Get to the phones.
Anna is calling from Chappaqua. She's listening on 1310 a.m. Her date of birth is April 2nd, 1925. Anna, good morning. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Anna.
I haven't called you in a while. I would like a current reading, if you don't mind.
Sure. Was there a particular area?
Well, somewhat financial and family relations, but just general.
Okay. The sun in Aries and the moon in Leo, this is harmonious. It's fire, the sun and the
Anna,
moon.
can I ask Anna to lower her radio, please? I think we're getting a little feedback there. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Mercury in Taurus, Venus in Aries, Sun-Venus conjunction. the financial situation this year, Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's, how we grow and how things tend to just feel better. We feel better. We have plentiful things, more food to eat, more money, comfort in the home, that kind of thing. Jupiter in its own, coming back to its own place in your chart. The only thing is it is a hard angle to your sun. So there might be men that are perhaps keeping you from wanting to expand as much as you would like. Is there a difficulty with a male person in your life?
Not a difficulty. My grandson, I just want to hang in until he finishes high school.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that, this feeling of expansion, is he somebody that kind of inspires you, that makes you feel good about yourself sometimes?
Sometimes.
What?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that it's not an easy time right now for that. I mean, it's almost like every time you want to expand, every time that you want to reach out and help him, there is a little bit of difficulty. Although it's kind of on your side. Jupiter in Capricorn, the planet of expansion, it's at home. It's in the place where Jupiter was when you were born. So this is a thing that happens every 12 years where there is a certain amount of expansion, certainly in terms of real estate. If you are feeling like you want to do something with your house, either move or improve or sell or whatever it is that you would like to do around the home, it's a good time to do that.
Good, I want to improve.
You want to improve?
Yes.
Well, it's good, and it definitely the month of August, while the sun is in the sign of Leo, it's working very well with the sun in your chart and also Venus. You have a Sun-Venus conjunction, which is nice. It's about understanding the nature of beauty and being able to do something about it. With Aries, Aries is the sign that, has lots of initiative and creates action and so on. So you do that well in the area of either making your own money or creating a pleasing atmosphere in the place that you live. So, it's, in general,